Alright there, how's it going, guys? Hope you're all doing well. I could go into how I'm doing. It's actually a really juicy, interesting conversation, but this isn't about me. Today this is about you. And this course, the third course that I've shot, this one is conscious sleeping. Okay, now, the first thing I want to say about conscious sleeping is there's specific things you can do to make your before sleep, during sleep, and after sleep good. Okay, the three parts of sleep. Now, before sleep, as you probably know, whatever's on your mind, you're gonna dream about, you're gonna think about, and it's gonna affect the sleep, and it's gonna affect how you wake up, as it can. Now, during sleep, obviously this matters a lot as well. You may be like, well, I'm asleep, it doesn't matter about my environment, it doesn't matter about what's going on, it's sleep is sleep, sleep is sleep. Wrong. Sorry, but wrong. That's not how it works. So and then you could say after sleep, it's like, well, when I wake up, what matters there, Jules? I'll go into that. Now the first thing I want to say about these three states is it matters what your environment is. Now, and how do I know this? Okay, so back in the day when I was in hospital, where should we go? Let's go this way. Maybe it's quieter down there, but I don't know. Yeah, let's go that way. Yep, left. Let's go left. Okay, so when it comes to your environment, I was in hospital and I was sleeping in a room with this other guy. And we'd been talking and vibing because we were both very spiritual, so to speak. Everyone's spiritual, we're all spiritual beings having a human experience, not humans having a spiritual experience. And yeah, just look at this world, like, what is going on? It's beautiful. And we just take it for granted when it's spiritual. And I can go into why it's spiritual, but that's not what I'm here for today. I'm going to give you the biggest tip right up, straight up here, 2 minutes within the video. And that's who you sleep around affects your energy and affects how you're going to wake up. So I was in hospital with this guy, and I found this out by sleeping like in the same room as him, and I was feeling amazing during, so I was having amazing dreams, like, because this guy's conscious, right? Like one of the most conscious people I've ever met at the time. And I was feeling amazing, like peaceful going to sleep. And then while I was sleeping, I was having amazing dreams. And then while I was waking up during the night, I would just feel like, whoa, I'd be looking around, everything's fucking just beautiful, because my consciousness is raising. And then I woke up feeling amazing, and that would happen every night. And then I moved out. I moved into my mom's place, and then I moved into my dad's place, and then I moved into my own place with these three other guys I didn't know. Two other guys I didn't know, and then they were fine, and I was happy with that. But then this other guy moved in, and he was super negative. And he would be in the room next to me watching TV while I would go to sleep, and I would be having dreams of like ants biting me, like all kinds of shit that was just negative and not pleasant in any way, shape or form. And look, I learned from it, so it's positive in that respect, but you get what I mean. It was tough. And I'd woke up, and like my spiritual progress was just the good thing about it is I learned how to bounce back. It only takes 5 minutes to see if the technique's working, and 1 day to change your life. It takes 1 day to go from hell to heaven if you do it right, or at least hell to middle zone. So I'm talking about the spectrum of consciousness, hell, middle zone, heaven, or demonic, human realm, divine, so so this guy was fucking with my sleep like a lot. And so this happened in like multiple nights in a row, and then I realized the power of your environment while you're sleeping. So you can literally have crystals in the room, they can help you. You can have, whatever, maybe not incense, because you shouldn't go to sleep with fire in the room. It's not really fire, I guess. Well, it is. It's burning, so. What way should I go? Let's go this way. And yeah, so make sure when you're sleeping that there's only positive or neutral energy environments. So because a third of your life is sleep. So how you sleep is going to affect your consciousness. When you're tired in the morning, you want to feel rested. You don't want to wake up in the middle of the night. You don't want to be so anxious that you can't get back to sleep. So conscious sleeping means conscious environment. It means conscious thoughts when you're thinking them before bed. It means consciousness of consciousness, before enlightenment, but in the sense that you're just present and you're calm and you're peaceful. The peace that passes all understanding. It's not coming from the mind, it's coming from the presence. It's coming from your presence. And so your environment, your thoughts, your presence. Obviously your thoughts will affect your emotions. That's why I said thoughts, because it makes you feel good. And wow, this might be a really short fucking course. That's right, I can always add to it if I think of more things, but basically conscious sleep matters, guys. You gotta take care of this aspect. You gotta first survive before you thrive. You gotta get your needs met before you get your wants met. So look after this aspect, this third of your life, and you'll have a third of life down. Not really, but in a sense. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else, because it's that simple. But don't take this lightly. Like, this is fucking so important, and you'll know this when you have your experience. All right, let me rack my brain. So when you're asleep, okay, yeah, conscious sleep is also lucid dreaming and writing down your dreams when you wake up and learning from them. So your dreams, as Osho said, can basically tell you what your real dreams in life are. You'll be dreaming about having sex. You want to have sex. You're having a bad dream. It's your soul trying to speak to you, or the ego. Yeah, the soul trying to speak to you, being like, "What the fuck's going on? You need to change something." So, lucid dreaming. I'll give you a lucid dreaming technique. Every hour, set an alarm on your phone for every hour, like a countdown, like a stopwatch. Not a stopwatch, sorry, a timer. And then when the timer goes off, you go on your arm like this, you pinch it, and then you say the words, "Am I dreaming?" And then what happens is you do that in the day, and then when you go to sleep, it's always good to, I'll give you techniques for how to get to sleep as well, but when you get to sleep, you'll basically be doing that, and then you'll recognize it in the dream, and then you'll wake up and be lucid. And I can go into lucid dreaming. There's a bunch of things you can do there, but how to get to sleep? You want to meditate. You can, if you're feeling too excited, that can be good, but it can keep you up. So it's important to be excited, but you got to be peaceful to go to sleep. You just got to keep your body still. So what you want to do is relax your body, relax your body and meditate. Whatever meditation technique you have, do that. So, all right. So, relax your body and listen to your fan. Maybe put the fan on, or have some white noise, brown noise, pink noise, or a book. A good way to get to sleep with positive energy. And this is how I tried to combat that guy who was super negative that I was sleeping near. I'd put a audio book of, what's his name, R.J. Spina or Eckhart Tolle speaking in the background. So the audiobook of R.J. Spina, his second and third and now fourth book is coming out, is all him narrating it. So not the first one, so go for the second or third book. Anyway, his latest book is The Law of Attention. It comes out on the 8th of August of 2025, if you're watching this now. And it's the most amazing metaphysical book ever written, apparently. So anyway, he's just confident, not cocky. So what way am I going to go? Yeah. So, alright, so getting to sleep, you want to meditate, you just listen to something. You got to ground yourself, just breathe really slowly, as slow as you possibly can. It's got to be a bit of uncomfortable. You know how you have to be uncomfortable to grow out of the comfort zone? You have to breathe a little bit uncomfortably to get the CO2 increase in your body, so that it starts to naturally calm down your nervous system. So, okay, so getting to sleep, sleeping. Okay, lucid dreaming. There's a book literally called Lucid Dreaming by Robert Wagner. I highly recommend you watch his interview. I think he's only got one. He might have more, but his interview and his book, he teaches you how to lucid dream. There's different techniques to lucid dream. 5 minutes before you go to bed, you can look at your hands and say, in my dreams, so like this, have your hands out in front of you while you're sitting on your bed, and say, in my dreams, I'll see my hands and realize I'm dreaming. In my dreams, I'll see my hands and realize I'm dreaming. And I've done this and it works. You go in the dream, your hands pop up in front of you, and it wakes you up in the dream. And then you can do amazing things. Look, you can meditate, you can do anything in lucid dreams. People don't understand how sorry, I'm gonna turn this corner, these cars are really loud. You don't understand how powerful lucid dreaming is. It can change your whole fucking life. All you gotta, there's people who have had lucid dreams and they get the same answers to the same questions, which means it's a universal experience, what's happening in this world, and like it's the same for everyone in a way. It's different, but obviously, but it's the same for most for everyone really. The deep human spiritual experience we're having is the same, and that's waking up to love and awaking up to consciousness and no self and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's not what today's talk is about. So as you can tell in this video, my memory is doing a lot better than usual because my consciousness is skyrocketing. I can tell you, I'll do a video on my best techniques. I've got a few in the Dark Night of the Soul course, but I don't think that's really, because I've evolved since then, so my techniques change, but they get more specific, simpler, and effective. Let's go this way. Alright. So getting to sleep covered. While you're lucid dreaming is crazy. You can literally, you can be like, there's this guy, Robert Wagner's like, show me chi, what chi is. And he saw these like big tornadoes, these 2 tornadoes like spinning and dancing together. And then he's like, what have I unlocked? It's a bit cringy, but it's funny. And then, so you can literally ask anything. You can ask, what is God? You can ask, what is the meaning of life? You can talk to dream characters and be like, what's the point of you here? Like, why are you here? What can you teach me? What are you here to try and teach me? And they'll talk to you. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's so underrated. It's right under our noses. A third of our life is sleeping, and we don't realize we can access the deepest states possible in a dream. You don't have to do ayahuasca. You can just do lucid dreaming and ask to do an ayahuasca ceremony in your lucid dream. And anyway, but with sleep as well, know that there's different levels. So there's different depths of dreaming. So you got like the rapid eye movement, you got the signs of it, but I mean there's layers. Like the closer you get to the surface of dreams, the closer you get to waking up and your body starts to be more connected with what's happening in the dream. So I had this dream, it was really close to the surface, and I was trying to open my eyes, and I'm like opening my eyes, and I was like kind of connected with the body at the same time, but I couldn't wake up. So, and the deeper you go, the more vivid the dreams get, and the more, it's weird. There's a lot to it, but if you want to know more, just go to Lucid Dreams and ask them how do lucid dreams work. Like it's like a fucking DMT trip. It also opens your mind to the idea that our world is, magical and hallucinogenic, and it's a dream, and it's amazing, and it should not be taken for granted. It should be loved and appreciated. So, and then when you wake up, so if you wake up during the night, I would write down your dreams or write down the lessons from your dreams, because on this spiritual path, you're going to be getting tons of synchronicities. You're going to be getting tons of lessons. Synchronicity, lessons, synonymous. When it comes to the outside speaking to the inner. Alright, so basically you're going to get so when you wake up at the middle of the night, write your dreams down, write the lessons, and go back to sleep. And then when you wake up in the morning, you got to do it first thing, because you will forget. It's like a DMT trip. You forget. I haven't done it, but I hear that you don't remember everything it like slips away like sand in your hands, like water in your hands, the memory of it. So let's go this way. Actually no, let's go this way. Yeah, why not? Yeah, so your dreams at night are a reflection of your state of consciousness before sleep and that day. So basically I had this boss at work, her name was, I'll leave it for now, and yeah, I was like in a really bad state, and I was sending all these negative thoughts to her, like, you know, I didn't have the discipline to, you know, train my mind to think positively or just to not think. I was trying really hard to meditate, but I was going through a dark night of the soul. If you want to know how to get through dark night of the soul, do my dark night of the soul course. If you didn't hear that, I said do my dark night of the soul course. Should be able to help you get the mind, and also my conscious mindsets course, which is going to help you get through the dark times, because you're going to be able to recontextualize it in the positive, which will help you persevere. And persevering is how you win. So I'm gonna end this in like 4 minutes, maybe at 20 minutes is fine to talk about conscious sleep. You know, usually people just have a few bits of advice, but this has been quite deep, quite good. I'm probably quite happy with this one. All right, what was I thinking? So after sleep, yep. So yeah, Amy. So, and I was sending her all these bad thoughts, and I could tell it was affecting her. Like, you just see it. It's just plain obvious. Everything's just obvious. Sometimes when you raise your consciousness, things become more obvious. And yeah, so what happens is that night she had a bad dream, like a really, like, being chased by some guy or something. And then the next night she had a bad dream, and she never has bad dreams. From what, yeah, she said she rarely gets bad dreams. And yeah, and then she was like getting them like every single night, and I was like, fuck, I'm like, I've actually been sending you bad energies. I feel like that's fine. She's like, no, it's fine, it's not you. The thing is, most people are asleep, so they don't know what's going on. Even if it is bad and strong, they don't know where it's coming from. They don't know the cause. They just experience the effect. So the thing is, yeah, it matters who you sleep around. It matters who you spend your day around. If you want to sleep well, you need to have a good life all around. You'll sleep well if you know you've spent the day well, or if you just don't know anything in the positive, where you're just present, you're not thinking, and you're peaceful, because there's no knowledge of good and bad or anything. It's just presence, and presence isn't just empty. It is, but it's full at the same time of peace, of positivity, of understanding, of trust, of faith. So yeah, all right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see if we can squeeze another 2 minutes out. Let's make this a 20-minute video. It's like, it's cool, like, you know, you can pretty much talk about anything for an infinite amount of time. So just know that value is never squandered. Like, it's always there. So when you're trying to build a personal brand, when you're trying to build a course, when you're trying to yeah, just know, like, fuck, I forgot what I was saying. There we go, it had to happen once. Yeah, just know value can't be squandered. So just have the advice that there's an infinite amount of, if you want to be good with something, just find all the resources about it, such as sleep, right? You want to be good with sleep, this is how you be good with sleep. You find as much content as you can, and then you prioritize it, and then you give yourself an amount of time, and you just absorb and soak it in like a sponge. And yeah, because people can talk about everything forever, because it's infinite. Life is infinite. How can it not be infinite? I can prove that it's infinite right now. My hands, I can do this. This is the same movement again and again and again, right? So I can do this forever and never do it the same way twice, because it's infinite. It's how can it not be infinite? Look how smooth and infinite it is. It's not like a video game where there's pixels and there's like. But even those are infinite as well, because you can just keep adding zeros and ones. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I thought it was quite a good one myself. Keep loving, keep meditating. The knife of consciousness cuts through time, and love eats fear. And the more you love, the more you heal, and the more miracles happen and grace arrives. All right? Have a good one, guys. You got this. Sleep well.